And welcome to the Coach's Corner. We have got the Wake Forest Demon Deacons in the house today, though. So, guys, tell us your names again, and we'll go ahead and get you going here, sir.
I'm Brandon Childress.
Chaundee Brown, sophomore.
All right, what's going on up in Winston-Salem with the Deacons right now?
Right now, we're taking it one step at a time. Just getting ready for, November 10th. It's coming up, our first game against North Carolina A&T. Very good team. We actually have our first scrimmage just coming up Saturday against ECU. Looking forward to that. And then the following week, on November 2nd, we'll be having like an exhibition game against Bell Miami. So just looking forward to just competing against other teams, practicing against one another all the time. And, just taking another step as a leader, just leading the young guys and, just showing how we do things here at Wake Forest.
How hard was it for you to come to Wake Forest? Your father was a legend there and all like that, though. Was there ever any, I don't want to follow in his footsteps, and I want to get my own name, or how was that when you made your decision to come to Wake Forest?
Wake Forest was a place I knew where I wanted to be, even from when I was younger. Before I even knew my pops played there. Came up here for a camp one time, and I think this was right around when Jeff Teague was at Wake Forest. And I realized, as I got older, the point guard pedigree that's been there, but from Muggsy Bogues to Chris Paul, to Jeff Teague, to Ishmael Smith, to my father. So I was just like, you know what? I mean, why not? Why not Wake Forest? And when the opportunity came, I just took full advantage of it. Obviously, there were some ups and downs about like playing for my dad and following his shadow. But at the end of the day, Randolph Childress is going to be Randolph Childress, and I'm going to be the only Brandon Childress that I can be. And so that's all I can do, and I can just control what I can control.
Okay. What attracted you to come to Wake Forest?
First of all, the environment. Coach Manning and the whole coaching staff really loved me as a person, most of all. We built a connection in the recruiting process, and, I took a visit, and I felt like this was home. There's a lot of other schools that, were really interested in me, but, I came on my visit. They told me what they need from me and what I need to give them, so I felt like it was home when I first got on Wake Forest campus.
Okay. I am polling, being a former coach. I was a college and high school coach for 27 years. Coach Tony's still coaching basketball right there, though. What's your favorite drill to do each day? That drill that when they call it up, you're like, man, I'm looking forward to this. I enjoy it. Let's go get it.
I would probably say one-on-ones, because you compete. That's probably my favorite, one-on-ones from the wing and the top of the key. Yeah, that would be my favorite drill.
Okay. What's your favorite drill?
You can never go wrong with one-on-ones. Like Shawnee just mentioned, it's very competitive. I'm an old school guy. I'm going to go with the mic and drill.
Okay, the mic and drill. I hear you.
Yeah.
Hey, I remember doing that one back when I played JV basketball many moons ago. All right.
You up.
On the other side of that, what drill, when they call it, when Coach Manning calls it out, you say, oh, God, not today. Don't call that one. Which ones do you hate to hear be called?
I'll probably say, full court defensive slides. Those, and we have to, go in slow motion sometimes and, be in our stance the whole time. So I'll probably hate that.
Okay.
Chop and drop is what Coach Manning would say, chop and drop.
Chop and drop. Tell us a little bit about chop and drop.
So, perfect example. So, right here, everybody's lined up on the baseline. Right now we got 16 guys. So, the first 5 will go, then the second 5, then the last 6 will go. So, I'm the point guard, obviously. So I'll be under the basket as the leader of the team at the time. So, it's 5 of us right here, and we're all facing one way. So, we'll take 2 defensive slides. We're talking, I got ball. And when you change direction, you yell chop, and you throw the hand the opposite way, and you slide 2 times the other way.
Oh, man.
And you're doing that full court. It's about 4 minutes on the clock, and you just keep going until it gets 0, so it can get tiring sometimes. But it's good for us. I mean, I like it, but that's probably my least, favorite drill.
Mine used to hate the loose ball drills. To go they take the charge drill.
You
like that one?
We got
charges.
That's when you separate the men from the boys. But when we really separated the men from the boys was when we had no foul Monday. And that was what we did on that was you would play 3-on-3 full court. There was no out of bounds. There was no such thing as a foul. And you would play. You can only dribble 3 times, and you go length to length. You can only dribble 3 dribbles and all like that, though. But if you want the ball, you just go deck the guy and take it away from him.
Yeah.
If the guy goes in for a layup, then you would basically tackle him,
yeah.
Right? And you play the 3 baskets wins, and the loser's got to stay up and play again.
That's how kind of our practice is. We don't have no out of bounds line. Like it'll go out of bounds, we'll stop. Coach be like, keep going every time. So I'm like, I just keep going from now on. So
yeah, it's not really much of a foul unless it's like an obvious foul. But besides that,
Ain't no fouls out there.
That was when we usually played like pansies the night before, and that was the ones to get out there, the toughness drills. But it's funny, the ball rolled down the hall. I remember one time where I was coaching, it rolled down the hall, and they're going down the hall where the coach's offices knocked the pictures off the walls and stuff like that because there's no out of bounds.
Wow.
So that was kind of interesting. That was one drill that we used to do, that, and some of them loved it when we did that, and some of them were kind of, I had a guy that was played football, was a big star quarterback, and his shoulder would start hurting about every time we'd start doing that. Coach, my shoulder's hurting. Get in there. Right there, though. All right. You've got a big season coming up right now. What lessons did you learn from last year you think will carry over this year to help you out?
One of the lessons we learned last year, especially going on this year, was just learning how to take another step of leadership. Learn how to talking to guys, not just talking to them, and understand how you're talking to them, and what can guys take from confrontation, like during different times. But so far, like I mentioned before, Chaundee and I, we have to take a huge step as a leader, and just take care of the young guys. But that's probably one of the biggest things that we have to adjust from last year is the leadership role.
I would think. I know it's tough playing in the ACC just because of the competition, but it's got to be fun too. Do y'all have a visiting or an away arena that you love to go play in?
Probably say UNC for me. I've only been there once. I'd probably say UNC. It was a good environment. So practicing on the floor and actually playing against them. So I'll probably say that was a good environment. And NC State. So
okay, all right.
Can't go wrong with Cameron Indoor.
That's a wild place.
Can't go wrong.
I remember going. I had been in there and I had almost been smushed on press row, and all. I will actually put my camera on selfie thing just to watch, see what they're doing behind me back there, though. But you can't hardly breathe, though. I mean, it's a great environment. It is.
Yeah.
And it's I mean, they didn't build any air conditioning in there. But you can't. I mean, I can't even get out to go get something to drink at halftime or anything. You just smacked in there. And I remember I just had rotator cuff surgery, and they had to put me in there where I could hardly even get in there, and I was squished in there. But it was fun. I'll say that much. It's fun though. The things they come up with on there though. All right, you guys. I know you put a lot of time into basketball. What do you like to do to relax, just to get away?
I'll probably say yoga. Yoga's good, relaxing, cold tub, hot tubs, talking to my friends, FaceTiming them back home. I don't see them a lot. But I'll probably say do yoga just to relax my mind, get stress off my mind. I'll probably say that.
Okay.
Same thing, kind of, lay back, relax. From time to time, I call on my little brother. Try to talk to him, hang around him as much as possible because obviously I'm not home around him. I'm in school and he's still in high school. He plays football, so every game that I can make, I try my best to go make and support him as much just to get away. That would be my escape, my little brother.
All right. What motivates each one of you to play? What is your motivation?
I would say my family, and they've been teaching me the game of basketball and the game of life, since I was a young kid. So I just try to make them happy. That's what motivates me every day. Call, text from them. That's what motivates me. One day hopefully I make it pro one day and give back to them.
Okay.
For me, it would be my grandmother. Her watching my father play in college, and her watching me now. So it kind of just bring back memories to her, and all the lessons that she gave my father. She just passing it down to me, and I want her to just keep watching me play as long as I can.
And last question, what would be the most important thing you would want somebody to know about you?
Most important.
If they only knew one thing about you, what would be the most important thing you'd want them to know?
For me, I can't go a day without praying. That's just something. I tried it before. It won't work. I have to find some time by myself for like 2 to 3 minutes and just pray. With mornings and nights. It's just something I just don't feel right if I don't pray.
And I am a Christian also,
yes,
and
sir.
I really appreciate that I tried to stress that with my players and tried to put God first in everything we did. But that really means a lot to me to hear you say that.
Yes, sir.
I say my daily devotions. I put them on social media every day as much as I can. Some days I'll forget, but what I won't forget, I'll send them to guys on the team, a lot of my friends who was going through a lot of things at the time. And I talked to my grandmother from time to time. I got a friend in school we share our devotions every day to one another.
Well, guys, that's great. You put God first, and He will bless you. That doesn't mean He's going to let you win every ball game, because He really doesn't care who wins and loses, but it's going to make you a winner of life.
Yes,
and I really appreciate y'all sharing that today, and I look forward to seeing you guys play this year.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good luck to you this
Appreciate
season.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you.